Okay, welcome back to another episode of our Shadowscape campaign. This will be the first episode moving forward where we use maze rats. Of course, it will be house ruled to an extent. Where our party left off, just about, we just entered the Tower of Purge, which is to your left there. Let me actually move the party out of view just to show you what it looks like. So that's the Tower of Purge. It is a sentient structure and it reacts to external factors. Now, as the GM, I know, and telling you this, that the building is neutral. It is not evil or good. It strictly responds to actions taken by external factors. The external factor is our party. So the party has proceeded in. We're currently two down individuals. We're down two individuals. Both um, Sarv and Garlax are incapacitated. They have one health left, which, in my eyes, that is life-threatening. So we need to find a potion fast. And as we entered the ominous Tower of Purge with that red glow at the top, Wholf taking lead, Rayla just behind, as they both carry the other two. I'd say Wholf is probably carrying Garlax, and Rayla is carrying Sarv. They witness there is many bodies around them from prior adventures, though they're all dead, skeletons most likely. They set down Garlax and Sarv off to the side. Rayla looks around, gets a feel for the room. Wholf looks up, and you can see all of these spirits circling around as the spiral staircase spans all the way up to the top of the tower. So this is the lower half of the tower, and the tower is about right there. And the item they're looking for is in this holder at the top. So it does kind of look like the tower from Lord of the Rings at Mordor to an extent. So that staircase gets right to the top there. Now, the bottom, they see those same flying spirits, though the spirits are not making their way down from the top to attack our team. So our team has time to prep. So the dark jewel that Wholf collected has been added to his inventory, and we're going to ask a question for the Oracle. Because this first level has been uh, visited before by adventurers, let's use Mythic. Or tell you what, let me just roll with it. So, what are the chances that the team finds loot, as right now there is no imminent danger? I'm going to say 75% chance. That's an 80. There is no loot at the moment, which means they need to get this done fast because our team, our party, Garlax and Sarv are about to die and most likely will. But right now, Wholf is fully healed. He is not hurt. Rayla is in great shape. She's only hurt by one. So, Wholf tells Rayla to stay behind and focus on protecting both Garlax and Sarv in his deep voice. Rayla, she is stubborn. She insists that there's no way she's going to watch these two deadbeats while Wholf gets all the glory. Wholf reiterates we need them alive, especially the promise we made to Sarv that he is here. And I believe Wholf is expecting the Dark Jewel to be the item Sarv is here for. He's thinking that's it. So he tells Rayla that. He says he believes this item he found, the jewel, is what most likely Sarv is. Wholf insists that he will head up the stairs, the spiral staircase, to the top and retrieve the stone. Now, I'm going to do a little history check here. So, the first stone we retrieved was the Firestone. That was well before I recorded. That was our episode, the Shadowscape campaign, started midway through this quest. We've already retrieved the Firestone, now it's back. I'm going to change this up. So, because this whole tower is kind of themed with fire, I'm going to change the original stone we retrieved to the Shadow Stone because of the area where our Wholf character first started, and that was up in that haunted village called the Dark Hollow. So he retrieved the Shadow Stone, returned it to the king, and now the king requested Wholf and company to retrieve the Firestone, which is in the tower at the very, very top. Okay, so Rayla obviously is not going to waste time fighting. She says, "Fine, I will stay here. You go to your imminent death, and I'll get the glory for herself." Wholf smirks, and he makes his way up the staircase. As he's making his way up the staircase, let's now roll to the table here and see what he encounters on the first flight of stairs. 96. Strange. 88. Rustic. Okay, so if I'm thinking, let's see, he encounters an enemy. Strange and rustic. Okay, so when he is walking with his sword drawn, as you can kind of see in the picture, and he has that shield. In the picture, it's a buckler, but it's a shield nevertheless. A crumpled pile of bones sits on one of the steps. So the staircase kind of advancing like that against the wall, and he is right here. He encounters a pile of bones. The bones take shape to look like a humanoid character and draws a weapon with a shield much like himself. This is going to be an encounter. Now, combat in Maze Rats is quite simple. It's straightforward. But I'm going to experiment with it. So, what I want to do here is not calculate damage based on the difference of the defense with the attack roll. I'm not going to have that count as damage. It'll be a hit. So this will allow our characters to last a bit longer. I want them to survive, but I don't want to be easy on them either. So I'm trying to balance that for the entertainment purposes of this video. So what we're going to do is play this out step by step. So we have this one individual here. Let's say I'm going to call him a mere skeleton. Kind of looks like Wholf, but obviously with bones. His health or his defense, based on this game, will be an 8. His HP, or his health, I should say, HP just for health, will be also an 8. And now we begin. So we'll roll. In Maze Rats, I believe there's an initiative roll. Let me go back to combat here. Characters gather armor rating. Initiative. Both sides roll a die and the combat breaks out, re-rolling any ties. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just roll 2d6s with our dexterity bonus. And I'll do a red for the enemy, blue for our hero. So here is the roll. We have a dexterity +1. Okay, we go first. All right. Now, let me get this in the view here so you guys can see it. There we go. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do this. It's a 2d6 game. His defense is 8. If I roll higher than an 8, he takes a hit, which is 1. We'll try that first. Again, this will be experimental. I have an attack bonus to +1, and then +2 for strength. Now, do we want to consider the bonuses of the abilities as an aid, per similar to what D&D does? Now, let's see here. Is that considered? The attacker makes an attack roll, adding their attack bonus. Attack on the ranged weapon is impossible with melee combat. Compare attackers. It does not. Okay, so do not count. I have before in older videos. I have used both the attack bonus and either strength for melee, dexterity for ranged weapons. I'm not going to do that for this one. 2d6 is such a small range of possibilities. We will stick with the attack bonus of +1. Here we go. He has a defense of 8. That's a miss. Okay. Now he goes with 2d6. He swings his sword as the staircase is very slim, not a lot of room to move, so we have to defeat this enemy. So he swings. We have a defense of 10. Sorry, armor of 10. And that's almost a hit, but that's a miss. Okay, now it's our turn. 6 and a 5, that's 11 plus 1, that's 12. So that's a hit. Okay, so like I said, do we want to do it like this? That's 1. Combat would take quite a while for that. So hit, hit, hit. We get hit eventually. Okay, that's kind of like Savage Rolls. Though it's wounds, and you're only wild cards are 3 wounds. So let's now transition to Maze Rat rules. So the difference here, I do apologize if I'm jumping between rules here, but I'm just experimenting. We rolled a 11. Oh, plus 1, that's a 12. But the attack roll, I don't believe you count as the bonus. So compare the attacker's total to the defender's armor. If the attacker's total exceeds the defender's armor, the attack hits and deals damage to the defender, equal to the difference between the two scores. Heavy weapons add +1 to his damage, but not the initial attack roll. Okay, so the weapon is not considered for the attack roll. The attack roll total is with the attack bonus. So let's ignore the weapon we use. And we have 11 plus 1, that's 12. So that's 4 damage, like so. And then with our weapon, our best weapon is the battle axe, that's +1. So that deals another hit, so he's at 5. Okay, now the skeleton rolls back at us. Again, we have a defense armor of 10. That's a miss. Okay, we're rolling back for Wholf. He takes a swing with his battle axe. That's okay, that's a fail. Now with that, I'm going to give that's a critical fail. Even with a +1, I'm going to house roll to where the enemy gets a we take 1 hit because of that. Okay, so we're down to 9. All right, here we go. And he's going to now attack. That's a 7. That's a miss. Now it's us. Ooh, 12. That's a critical. +1. That's 13. So I'll give critical an extra 1. Okay, so 12. That's a difference of 4. Sorry, 13 is a difference of 5 from the defense 8. Okay, he's obviously dead. So 7, 8. Yeah. All right. So he crumbles. He falls apart. We defeat the skeleton. Does the skeleton drop anything? I'm going to say 25% chance he does. Oh, he does. Okay, so I'm going to say we defeat the mirrored skeleton. And he does drop something. Let's see what he drops. Oh, let's use Maze Rats. It's right in front of me here. Maze Rat items. Let's see. Treasure and equipment. Okay. What does he drop? Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That does kind of conveniently work. So I'll roll a d10, which is right here. 7. He drops a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He does magical ingredients. Okay, so the red is the is the section. The red will, I'm sorry, blue is the section, red is the item. Okay. Box 2, choice 5. An edible plant. Okay, so I will... Does this edible plant, can it heal someone? 65% chance. It does not. We don't know what this edible plant does, but he takes it anyways. Must be for something else. Okay, we'll figure that out as we get to it. Now, after defeating that skeleton, we continue up the... staircase. Rayla is waiting patiently at the bottom. We circle around, and we encounter, let's see, something else. What do we encounter? What does Wholf encounter? 92, a lot of 90s today. Start. Cannot see that. 19, start. Darkness. Okay, so it starts to get darker. That's obvious. It starts to get darker despite the fact that there's a giant source of fire at the very top of the tower. So Wholf is concerned. He has no dark vision. I didn't carry that over from the prior, from Beckme. But he does have a torch, so he pulls his torch out. That will go on for an hour, if I'm tracking it. So I'm going to do ×5 now. He has a torch active. Let's see, Wholf has his torch out. We'll do 1 hour of that. And timing-wise, it is it's almost 12 p.m. So all this is happening at lunch hour. Okay. He pulls the torch out, and you start to see things flying by him, though they're not attacking. They look similar to the winged creatures. I'm sorry, no, these are new winged enemies, potentially. So let me get the monster list here. And this will be a aerial animal. Let's see what we got. 4-1. It is a kingfisher. That's what I rolled up. 4-1. A kingfisher. Okay. What else can we get here? 1, 3. Alright, I'll just write down kingfisher. Not sure what to make of that, but kingfisher, whatever that is flying around. And he pulls his sword out with a torch. You can kind of see it appear in front of him within like a split second, and it flies out. It makes a strange noise, like a maniacal laugh, and then the tower starts to move a bit. So he almost loses his footing, which we have to do as a danger roll. And we have to roll so that he can maintain his balance with a +1 dexterity. So for this one, the game usually does 10 as default. I'm going to do an 8. 4, 5. Oh, shoot. Okay, so he loses his balance and he falls over, but I don't think he's going to fall over. If it was a critical fail, he would have fell off the whole staircase, plummeted to his death, but he did not. He falls back on the stairs, and he falls down a few steps, and the creature laughs. He gets back, Wholf gets back up, he's looking around, it's dark, the torch, he's still holding it. He tries to see in front of him, he continues back up the stairs, the creature flies by him again, and he tries to swing at the creature with the torch. The creature kind of gets hit. Oh well, let's do a dexterity roll. Can he hit the creature with the torch? We're not in combat just yet. So we're swinging the torch at this creature. We'll do 10 on this one. Oh, nice. So that's 11. +1 is a solid 12, unnatural 12. He does hit the creature, and the creature goes flying and screeches. And then there's several other screeches that he can hear above him. So he continues walking up with the torch held high, and the darkness starts to turn into, he's nearing the top now. The darkness is fading away, and now he can see the light, the fire up there, but there are 5 of these flying kingfishers, whatever those are, that are circling around. So they are going to be the final encounter for the tower. So we have 5 of these kingfishers. We have Kingfisher 1, KF 2, we have 3, KF 4, KF 5. Now, these little guys will be harmless on only one of them, but together they can be very annoying. So let's say the defense is 6. I keep calling defense, but I'm really meaning armor. It just helps me out figure. Let's just put armor. I put defense last time, but I'm gonna put armor. HP of 4. Okay, let's see who goes first. We have our dexterity of +1. You know what? These creatures are winged. I'm gonna give them I'm gonna give them an actual ability, dex bonus of +1, because again they're winged creatures. So we have also a +1. All right, so 4, they win the roll, so they go first. They attack Wholf first. Let's roll here. Let's do this. I'm not gonna roll all of them at once. I'll roll it. I'll do an advantage. As a team roll, I'll do the top 2, represent the whole team. Okay, so 4. That's obviously going to be a miss. So they clash into his shield one by one. He's easily able to fend them off. Now it's our turn. I almost forgot. I could have used a leader path when he was talking to Rayla. I almost forgot about that. Rayla's path is tracker. Okay, here we go. We're attacking one of the... and I will carry damage over, FYI. We're attacking one of the Kingfishers with our battle axe. Any of our weapons are all... some of them are +1. 4, that's going to be +1 attack bonus of 5. That's not enough. Their armor is basic. Okay, now they're going to attack with 3, choosing the top 2. 9. Ooh, close. That gets him, he's starting to get a little irritated here. This is not super easy, barely inconvenience. This is a nuisance. Okay, here we go. We're attacking with +1 attack bonus. That's 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and then additional damage for his +1 item. He takes out the first one, crushes it. It goes. He swats it like a fly, and it falls down to its death, down the tower. Okay, now it's their turn. I do like this house where I roll 3 dice and choose the 2 best, represent the entire enemy team. Ooh, that's obviously a hit. So that's 11. And let's see. Yep, that's just 1 point damage. So it's down to 8. Okay. Now it's Wholf's turn. 6, 7, 8 +1. That's 9. 9 damage. That's 3. The armor difference, and then +1 extra for the bonus weapon. He takes it out. Now back to them. Let's see what we got here. Ignoring these 2, that one 5, 6, 7. That's going to be a miss. Back to Wholf. Okay, that's a 9, 10 though, so that's a solid 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the extra damage will be carried over to the next person from the weapon bonus. Okay, back to the flying Kingfishers. That's 5, 6, 7. That's a miss. Wholf is having a field day of these. All right, 7, 8 +1 attack bonus. It's 9. Once again, 3. And the weapon bonus carries over to the next character, the next enemy. I am such an idiot. I did a quick little search. Kingfisher is actually a bird. It's a colorful bird. That's all it is. So I'm thinking a very demonic kingfisher flying around here. A bird. Okay, so it looks like if you search Kingfisher, that's what it looks like. Now, who just went? Okay. I lost track. I got distracted here. Okay, let's re-roll for them if that's really what I do. Okay, they missed. The bird missed. Now it's back to... Well, Wholf, that's 4 plus 1, that's 5. He misses. Okay. Oh, you know what? It's only one fish now, so I'll give it to him. So that's 11, which means Wholf takes another hit. Okay. Now it's back to Wholf. 3, that's going to be a miss. Oh, well, 3 plus 1 is 4. That's a miss. I keep rolling. Well, I'm going to re-roll because I keep rolling 3 when there's only one character left. 3, 4, that's the total. Sorry, 3, it's a miss. That's Wholf. 9 plus 1, that's 10. The attack bonus, that's a difference of 4. And the Kingfisher is dead. Now, do they drop any loot? 25% because they're flying creatures. Oh, wow, they do. Okay. You know what? Because it's a solid yes, I'm going to give him something good. I'm going to give him 2 things, actually. All right, let's see. I'll give him a potion. And let's roll on the table here to your left. 6-2. Okay, so super strength. Nice. All right. Super strength potion. And the other item will be, let's see, let's just roll for on D10. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another potion. Okay, I'll take it. Let's get the potion is 4, 1. Item form. Okay, an item form. Interesting. So I know when it's bold, you jump to the bold another table that carries that over item form. Let's see where items are. Huh, I'm not sure what that would be, but how to interpret that? Item form. It's a potion. When you drink it, oh, miscellaneous items? Maybe we'll just go here. Let's try that. 4, 6. A pencil. Okay. No, I don't really like that. Let's re-roll. I'm gonna say it is a treasured item. We'll go this because that's solid. That's solid Oracle roll. 4, 1. An orrery. Okay. Okay. I think an orrery is like some kind of solar system machine that kind of rotates around. It looks like a globe shape, but that would make sense. But it's not for us to take. It is part of the tower. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to use that as the oracle. Okay, so let me turn pages here. We're still in the Dark Tower. I'm sorry, not the Dark Tower. Tower of Purge. And it's 12 p.m. solid. And we find this giant globe that has several planets in it, so it's a solar system. And he is blown away from what he's looking at as he sees in the middle of it, as the globes and planets are turning. They're all attached, obviously, because it's like a giant mechanical item. It's turning on its own. In the middle of it is a hovering. So let me draw you a visual here. There's the side of the tower, and the steps lead up to this little platform right below it. And there's planets here. There's moons, stars, and they're all kind of, again, pieced together with these little circular shaped rings. And in the middle is floating is the stone. And this is the Firestone. It's literally surrounded by an aura, and he's right here, standing, looking up at it. And that's when I rolled Aurori, however you pronounce it. How do you pronounce it? Make sure I'm saying that right. Please excuse me, I am an idiot. Let's see. An orrery. Treasure. An orrery. Okay. Giant ringed solar system. And as he's looking up, he can hear a voice. A very large, dark, gritty, ominous voice that speaks to him, completely surrounding his visual, his senses. And it says, "You are here for my stone." Wholf is looking around, panicking. He's not sure who's talking. He's looking down, looking up. He's trying to figure out who's speaking. And the rings stop. All these pieces here stop, and they start to take shape, almost the shape of a face, with a very it's almost like a giant face, basically. So let's erase this here. So kind of think like let's see, who am I thinking of? You know what? Screw it. Mr. Clean. Think of Zordon from Power Rangers. His face pops up right here, his eyes, and he kind of just starts to speak. A kind of a glossy apparition appears, and he's starting to speak to, speaking to our Wholf here. He says, "You are here for my stone." And Wholf, he drops to his knees in disbelief. He's never witnessed anything like this before. He says, "And who are you?" He says, "What are you? Who are you?" And let's figure it out. Who and what is this thing he's talking to? You know what? I'm going to say, he says, "I'm the Tower of Purge." And Wholf responds momentarily. He says, "You are the tower itself?" And the tower starts to shimmy a little bit, starts to move. He says, "Yes, I am the embodiment of this tower. I have been here for millennia." And Wholf is again in complete utter disbelief. Wholf then speaks and says, with the leadership path, he stands up with confidence and speaks, saying, "He is here to retrieve the stone for the king of Shadowscape." Now, let's roll for this, because he's trying to convince. Wholf did do quite a bit of work when there's a skeleton, a couple of flying creatures. Not a lot, per se, but I think what this face, this Zordon fellow, let me write that here, Zordon face appears. This is actually getting really good. And so I think it's going to be a riddle. 3 of them. 3 riddles. And Rayla, she can hear a low rumbling voice, but she doesn't see it, because remember, there's that phase of darkness that's halfway up the tower. So she's looking up while being also aware of her surroundings. Sarv probably coughs out some blood or something, and she's tending to his wounds. You know what? Just because of that, because she's tending to his wounds, I'm going to heal them both 1. Just 1. So Garlax will be 2, but they're not awake. They're unconscious. Okay, so they're both the 2. And now, the face speaks. He says, "Answer my 3 questions, and the stone is yours. But be warned, no one has ever answered these questions correctly before." Wholf says, "Try me." So he asks a few. I'm not going to actually detail the questions. He asked the first question, and Wholf has to solve it. He has to answer 2 out of 3 to get it right. Okay, so he asked the first question. Let's roll for it. This will be a danger throw. We have no bonus. I'm going to say the first one is 6. They'll get 2 steps increments every difficulty, every question. 6 gets a little higher. 4, 5. He gets it wrong. Okay, so I'll do this. There's the 3 squares. Each one's a question. Wrong. Okay. Next one is an 8. Okay, so he has to roll 8 or more. 6, 7, 8. He gets it. Oh, God. Okay. Last one. This one's a 10. He has to roll a 10 or more. He probably won't get it. Okay, here we go. You know what? I'm going to do this. You guys might hate me for it, but the leadership path, confidence booster. I'll give him roll 3, choosing the 2 best rolls. Here we go. I'm kind of cheating here. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at that. He rolls a 10 at the difficulty because I cheated. So he gets it. Answers 2 out of 3. He answers correctly. The globe opens up like a door. The face fades away, and the stone slowly lowers itself into Wholf's hands. He now has possession, and it's not hot, but it has a red glow of the Firestone. This is a magical item. It is now in his hands, and he has acquired the Firestone. And he's looking as the red aura reflects off his eyes in disbelief. And that's where I will conclude this episode of Shadowscape. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was absolutely monumental for me. I really enjoyed trying using Maze Rats for this one. It was less to carry. And I hope you enjoyed this ending here. Next episode, we will go back down and attempt to rendezvous with Rayla and the others. And we'll see what happens to our 2 other characters who are still hurt. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.